up everyone? Welcome back to another video from the Erdnerds. Today we're going to be showing you a video presentation that was done for a school project. A lot of kids were able to participate in the video, and it's the life of Hezekiah.
King Hezekiah was one of the few kings of Judah who was always aware of what God had done in the past and what he was doing to that day. In the Bible, Hezekiah is described as a king who has a close relationship with God. Hezekiah was king for 29 years. He was first king at 25. He loved God more than any of the former kings. He was a son of an evil king named Ahaz. After his father's rule, there was a lot to fix up. So King Hezekiah cleaned up after him. Altars, idols, and temples were destroyed. The bronze serpent that Moses had made in the desert was also destroyed because the people started to worship it. There was a temple in Jerusalem whose doors were nailed shut by King Ahaz. It was reopened and cleaned out. God made Hezekiah flourish because he put God first in everything he did. As 2 Kings 18:6-7 says, Hezekiah held fast in the Lord and never stopped following him. He kept the commands the Lord had given Moses, and the Lord was with him. He was successful in whatever he undertook. In that time, the Assyrians were a threat. They had taken over the northern kingdom of Israel and other nations. They were threatening Judah. They defied the God of Judah and resembled him to the powerless God of the nations they had conquered. King Hezekiah sent word to prophet Isaiah, who was currently ministering in Judah. The Lord spoke through Isaiah and reassured the king that Assyria would never even come into Jerusalem. God would send home the invaders and Jerusalem would be spared. In the temple, Hezekiah prayed to God to help them so that all the nations would know that he is the only true God. God kept his promise to protect Jerusalem. That night, an angel went out and put to death 185,000 Assyrians. When the people woke up, all they saw was dead bodies. The last Assyrians quickly went home in defeat. God has saved Hezekiah and his people. A little while after, Hezekiah became very, very sick. Isaiah told him to prepare for death. But Hezekiah prayed and asked God to be merciful and remember all the goods he had done. God told Isaiah to tell Hezekiah that he had heard his prayer and his life would go on to 15 more years. Hezekiah had been healed. But soon after he had been healed, the king made a bad mistake. The Babylonians had sent a gift to Hezekiah because they had heard that he had been sick. In foolish pride, King Hezekiah showed the Babylonians all of his treasures. Isaiah disapproved of this act, and he prophesied that everything the king had shown them would one day be taken away to Babylon along with his descendants. Hezekiah's life was a model of faithfulness and trust. Hezekiah's life was a model of faithfulness and trust. He trusted in God with his whole heart, and he was rewarded. God answered his prayers and defeated his enemies. We can learn a lot from this king. Whenever he had a problem, he gave it straight to God. I think that is the right thing to do. It must have been hard to trust in God in those hard times with the Assyrians. But Hezekiah shows us that with God, we can accomplish anything, even death.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you liked me acting the best.
Stay tuned for more on the Erdnerds.